to track this story as and when it develops. Now, shifting focus back to that explosive report on the China's espionage scandal, more proof of China's hybrid war on India has been revealed according to an investigation report by the Indian Express. A Shenzhen-based tech company which has links to the Chinese Communist Party is monitoring over 10,000 Indians and organizations. This company is curating a global database of what it terms foreign targets who are being identified and monitored in real time. From President Kovind to Prime Minister Modi, Congress Chief Sonia Gandhi, to multiple chief ministers, as well as Chief of Defence Staff Bipin Rawat, the Chief Justice of India, and at least 15 former chiefs of the Army, Navy and Air Force are on the radar of this Chinese firm. We're joined by Maha Siddiqui, who tracks the MEA. Maha, is there any more action expected on Chinese entities in India in the wake of this explosive report by the Indian Express?
Well, so certainly one of the major reasons for banning the over 200 apps of Chinese origin by India was that they compromised the national security of the country. Because if you go by the allegations that America has made, and something that most countries are looking into now, is that many of these Chinese companies actually on record, as per their laws, share their data with the Chinese Communist Party, the Chinese government as well, and the Chinese government takes it from them in the garb of national security and intelligence surveillance. So where this data is going, the end destination of the user data, is something that has been of major concern. Immediately, in response to this Indian Express investigation, we have not heard whether any more such action is going to take place, but certainly we have seen the Indian government authorities becoming more cognizant of the fact that this sort of data mining that these tech companies do is of major concern now, not just to India but other countries as well, and we need to secure the data of our own people because as we are seeing in this case, senior dignitaries like the President, the Prime Minister, Sonia Gandhi, the Chief Justice of India, as well as people in the armed forces. Now, many of these people really are not putting out their personal data, so to speak, on social media. There are newspaper clips, however, that could also be utilized to glean through for data. So a certain amount of open source data gives an understanding into the person, their personality, places that they visit largely. Now, this is, even more harmful for those, say, for, for people who are operating personal social media accounts as well, in which they are putting snippets out of their personal lives as well, because that gives a clear insight into how that person can be influenced. And this is an allegation that has been made against big social media giants, for instance, Facebook, that they have been pandering to people's social biases to their, to influence them, and in many cases, bigger allegations that they have been able to subvert democratic processes like elections have also been made. So, certainly, matter of huge concern, even though government sources have told Arunima that on the face of it, they believe this is only open source data that has been gleaned by this particular company, mined by this particular company. But first of all, the timing of this, this data being mined by this company, Genhua. Also, the fact that this company came into being in April 2018, so it's not a very old company, it's a recent company, and to have the Chinese government and the Chinese military as their clients when they are very openly saying that their entire goal is hybrid warfare, wherein they are providing data to be able to influence a certain community, a certain citizenry. Therefore, this matter becomes very serious. The government will really have to look into the fact as to whether personal data that has been gleaned into doesn't give them any insight into networks or possibility of hacking of secure data.
We're also joined by Arunima, who tracks the MHA. Arunima, back in 2016, American intelligence agencies raised huge concerns over information warfare, which was mobilized by certain elements in the presidential elections. Is the MHA also concerned that this information warfare by China can be used to target Indian elections?
See, the concern about data mining, the concern about hybrid warfare is not new. It's not as if just because of this Indian Express report or this investigation by multiple newspapers across the world, he's raising the hackles in North Block. The fact is that they have been aware of how data is the new oil. If oil was the reason for war in the last century, data could be that reason in this current century.
They're aware of it. Data privacy is an issue about which on the floor of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, multiple debates, multiple speeches have been made. Everybody is aware of how data can be misused. However, in the current context of the kind of tension that we are seeing with China, that added dimension to this entire issue. The decision to ban
Chinese apps, more than 200 of them, it's not as if the government was not aware of what TikTok was doing or what PUBG was doing. It was getting flagged off for months now. However, in the current context, government decided to bite the bullet because in the current context where India and China, the troops on the two sides are eyeball to eyeball along the line of actual control, you just don't know how this data is going to be used to add another dimension to the war. That's why all these apps were banned. And now with this investigation exposing what Indian agencies always knew, they're only saying that, even though prima facie this seems to be open source data, if open source data is also put together on a timeline, 80% of your work is done. That is to quote an officer who deals with the China issue in Government of India. So they're saying prima facie, it looks like nothing has been hacked, but we have to investigate more because people we are talking about are the Prime Minister, the President, the Chief Justice of India.
Okay. Maha, I'll come back to you. The Indian Express report says that there are 20 overseas data processing centers. That Zenova was operating 20 overseas data processing centers. Do we know the extent of this entire global operation?
Well, it appears that they are looking at vital countries. Clearly, India is one of the major ones here because over 10,000 people and organizations here, their data has been mined by this particular company. This is a relatively new company, as I was pointing out, set up only in 2018. But the fact that they have big clients like the Chinese government and the military on their rolls to glean data from individuals and organizations, to collate them and to provide them on a platter to their clients so that they can utilize it to influence people, communities, is certainly dangerous, and therefore it is, apart from India, it goes without saying as an assumption that China would be utilizing this for other countries as well. For instance, a country like the United States, with which they are already in a war of words over trade issues, after that the origin of the coronavirus, and more recently over issues of technology. For instance, 5G technology is something that US, Huawei for instance, US has been flagging up that issue of security concern for a very long time, and now, as is called the Five Eyes, which includes US, Australia, all of them have been, in fact, gone ahead and said that they will not utilize Huawei 5G technology. It goes to show that the Chinese government would be utilizing this company for gleaning data from other individuals and from other individuals of other countries as well. Goes without saying that if they are looking at India, certainly other bigger players in the world would be their target as well. Now, as Arunima was pointing out, that this is something that governments across the world and the Indian government have always been cognizant about. But the fact that this particular specific company's name has now come up during the investigation of the Indian Express national daily, it will now, in fact, ring alarm bells in the administration, not just in India, but elsewhere as well, to look into the antecedents of this company and whether this was specifically set up only to cater to the Chinese government and the military. That, I think, is going to be the real investigation. Whether everything else, catering to other clients, is pretty much a sham, but catering to the Communist Party of China and the Chinese government was the main aim of this company.
Thank you, Maha. Maha and Arunima, please stay on with us. We're getting a reaction from Congress MP Shashi Tharoor, who's demanding an investigation into this explosive espionage operation. Now, Congress MP Shashi Tharoor has demanded a government investigation into this explosive espionage operation that has been revealed in this Indian Express report. He has called for a swift government investigation because calling it a major security breach after it has been revealed that over 10,000 VVIPs, military and political leaders were on the radar of this Chinese firm and open source data was being collected. Let's listen into that reaction from the Congress MP.
I've seen the reports. It's a very interesting story. We'll have to see what purposes it's put to and how it's used. I think the fact that they're looking after the details of 10,000 Indians shows that it's not a small thing. It's a fairly heavy, deep data mining operation. We'll have to see.
We're joined by Pallavi Ghosh on this story. Pallavi, this firm, as per the report, started operations in 2018. Top opposition leaders, including Sonia Gandhi, were on the radar. And the government did not raise any red flags. Is that going to be the opposition's main point of attack?
Anshuman, the parliament is not just about the opposition, it's also about the government. And this report also mentions, apart from the opposition leaders, it talks about the Prime Minister, the President, large number of union ministers like Smriti Irani, people belonging to other fields, whether they're professors, academicians, journalists as well. So therefore, the alarm bells are certainly on. And, while the government will not be so forthcoming talking about it, I'm sure they've also taken note of it. Whether there's going to be a full-fledged discussion on this, despite the notices which have been given by several opposition leaders, that, of course, remains to be seen. But what the Prime Minister, I think, has set the stage when he says that, Corona bhi hai, Kartavya bhi hai, and Kartavya, of course, means that in a parliamentary democracy, you are ready to debate every issue. If we expect the government to come out with their strategy in future, I don't think that's fair to expect of them, because these are matters of national security which are extremely sensitive. But I think cannot rule out just as yet a possibility that there could be some kind of a statement coming in from either the Defence Minister or the External Affairs Minister at some point of time, that how these Chinese threats, how the intrusion into every inch of our territory by way of mind space, by way of data violations, that's something which the government has always taken note of, and that's the reason why many of the Chinese apps have over a period of time been completely banned. Coming back to Parliament, yes, the opposition is going to be raising this demand. The House has adjourned briefly because of the obituary references also to the former President Pranab Mukherjee. But when it reconvenes, I think the opposition will want to make this an issue that the government has to come on the floor of the House and agree to a full-fledged, at least a short duration discussion on the Chinese issue.
Thank you, Pallavi, for that take. On day one of Parliament, this explosive espionage expose by the Indian Express is definitely set to spark another fresh round of opposition versus government face-off, and that war of words is just going to continue to escalate. We'll continue to track this story. More news and updates on the other side. Stay tuned.